when in fact they've changed it to 18.
Wow.
So at the age of 18, you can now become a real estate broker.
Wow.
So, but of course, you have to have some college courses under your belt in order to do that. So there's also some additional courses that you all will have to take once you pass your state exam. There's a 30-hour course, and that's going to consist of 20 hours of that is going to be sexual harassment. The other 10 hours is going to be a snippet of ethics. So you always have to take an ethics course, and you have to take that course every other year. So to maintain your license. So you'll have to take the, then there's the 45-hour course that is necessary, and that will be 20 hours of sexual harassment. You'll have ethics, and then you'll have fair housing. So you specifically will have to take this 45 hours because your license is coming after October 2019. So you would have to take the 45 hour, but for the testing, you need to know both, that there's a 30-hour course and then there's a 45-hour course.
Can you tell us again the breakdown of the 45-hour course?
It's 20 hours of sexual harassment. I believe it's 10 hours of ethics and 15 hours of fair housing. So they're still putting that together because another course has the 20 hours sexual harassment, 10 hours of ethics, 10 hours of fair housing, and then 5 hours of real estate license law. So it's just depends on where you take the course.
Okay.
So, and then there's some enhancement to the managing broker responsibilities, but they don't list out those enhancements, so there's nothing that you would need to know as far as the test is concerned. Defines and recognizes real estate brokerage teams. And before, there was, even though people in different offices had teams, it was never recognized by the state. So everybody was an individual. And now they're starting to recognize teams. So it's good and it's bad, because what it says is that if you are working within a team and one of the team members mess up, all of you are responsible.
Wow.
So because if you are on a team, you're supposed to make sure that each other are up to date and doing the right thing and this, that, and other. You're supposed to have each other's back.
And if somebody violates that whatever they violate, will the whole team be responsible for that?
You will have to answer questions about it. You may not have to actually pay the fine, but you will have to answer questions about it. And if there is a license suspension and the team has been issued the license, then you have to sit on the sidelines until that's cleared up.
Wow.
So, and what it is that they're just trying to make us more responsible. You know, if you decide to get into a team, then you have to make sure that you participate, you're responsible, you're keeping up to date, because when it comes to the customer just knows that, you know, all these people say they're working for me. So that's why they put the responsibility onto the team members. So it would still also bring more responsibility to the managing broker, because remember, the managing broker is responsible for everything. Sponsoring broker, I'm sorry. The next thing it says, it clarifies and streamlines consumer access to real estate recovery fund and addresses and clarifies other disciplinary provisions. So in order for a consumer to get monies from the recovery fund, they have to go through a hearing and everything. It's not very easy to file that hearing. So what they've done is they've streamlined the process, the hearing process. So you could make a call to file a complaint, and previously that call got routed to another call, which was routed to another call. Then the attorney sat and listened to it, and then the real estate board could sit and listen to it and decide whether or not there was merit. So, and that could take anywhere from 30 days to 6 months. Now it's been streamlined to a 45-day process. So if you are the complainant, you get your response within 45 days, and then the broker has to respond within 30 days of that, and a hearing is scheduled. So the only big change was the fact that they added sexual harassment and safety to the scope of the classes that we need to take. And I don't know what's been going on in the real estate industry that they have to have a whole 20-hour class about sexual harassment. I'm just not sure what people been doing. But we have to take it. So most of the jobs now require you to take some type of sexual harassment seminar or class. So now real estate has joined it. The other big thing is the safety. We've had quite a few people end up getting robbed. We had just last week, a friend of mine got locked in a vacant house because they went in and they left the padlock outside while they were in looking at the house. And she called me and she was like, I can't get out of the house. I was like, what do you mean you can't get out of the house? She was like, well, there's boards on all of the windows and somebody has locked the padlock. I said, you actually went inside of a house and left the padlock outside? So, but long story short, I had to go there and let them out. There is, in the class, the sexual harassment class, a portion of that is giving you, practical advice about being able to show a property and not put yourself in danger. And that would be one of the things. You take the lock inside with you. You don't leave it outside so somebody could lock you in. So you go ahead. Hi, Ronaldo. How you doing?
I guess okay. Better questions. How are you doing?
I am great.
Hey, Ronaldo. Glad to see you.
Thank you. Glad to see you also.
So those are the basic updates for the state of Illinois. Ronaldo, they added a class.